I mean, I'm not like mincing these words, lightly, using these words lightly. There is no way that a college wrestling program can win an NCAA championship without a deep-rooted, successful freestyle program at the school.
I got involved with Ohio RTC in 2009, so as an athlete. So I trained here as an athlete from 2009 to 2016. So both my Olympic cycles were done here.
When I was hired by Gene Smith in 2006, we knew that the best wrestling programs in the country had a regional training center available for their student athletes. So 2006 is when we started.
Well, it's a nonprofit organization that basically fuels the Olympic dream. So it's all donor funded. It's all fundraise money. The landscape of USA Wrestling this is kind of the developmental program. So colleges attach regional training centers, and the national governing body, affiliate USA Wrestling has kind of puts a stamp of approval on this is a legitimate regional training center with athletes who can make Olympic and world teams.
Yeah, I think that you study the best organizations in the world in any sport. Small areas around the world produce some amazing talent, and that's due to the intense demands of the environment that they're in, and it's due to young people having someone to aspire to be like, seeing how an elite person handles themselves, how they train. So here now we have Kyle Snyder here, who's an Olympic champion. Our college guys get to watch him, train alongside him. Under NCAA rules, we're allowed within a 250-mile radius, we're allowed to have wrestlers that qualify, got to be top 4 in the state, top 4 at the junior nationals. They're allowed to train alongside our college guys and the Olympic guys. So it just creates a really good environment to learn and grow. And we've reaped the benefits of this organization.
Well, during practice, it seems like everything's equal. I don't think anybody's really looking up to me too much because they're, focused and trying to learn as much as they can while they're in here during the workout. So maybe after practice, some people ask me questions about technique or different things like that. But for the most part, you're working with your partner or different partners that you've been going with that day, and they're helping me just as much as I'm helping them.
It's usually technique. So we base it, there's long-term techniques that guys are trying to get better at, and then there's, general wrestling that everyone needs to get better at. So on a week basis, we choose a position to develop. We break it down. We make sure everyone understands it, and then basically they just, up to them to make it their own and integrate it. But as coaches, that's our number one job is base of knowledge. We want everyone to understand the wrestling because if you're going to be a master of wrestling, first thing is you just need to know the techniques.
Coach Tervel, he's like the best technician, I think, in the entire world. He's just amazing with his teaching and his ability to know each athlete individually and teach them what they need so that they can compete at a higher level. So it's, I think, all those things.
Yeah, I mean, he just fosters a lot of reflection, self-reflection, troubleshooting different areas, focusing on putting ourselves where we're not good to try and just better those areas, and just working all over the board, but mainly reflection. Making us think more about ourselves and not so much have it all be on somebody else. Really, just having us grow internally as well as getting that outside help.
Yeah, as long as Ohio RTC continues to provide the best training environment for me, my goal, if we're talking about goals in the sport of wrestling, obviously I want to compete to the best of my ability every time I go out there, and I need the best coaches and the best training partners so I can do that. So as long as Ohio RTC does that, which they're committed to doing, I'll be here.
The goal for all of us, right, is we're about Ohio State University and Ohio State Wrestling, and helping build national champions and men that go into society productive, but also we're about United States of America. We're about creating an environment where young people can have the Olympic dream here. So the big vision for us is there's only 6 weights in the Olympics. There's 6 weights. There's 10 weights in college, There's 10 weights at the World Championships, but Olympic years, they've narrowed it down to 6 weights. It's very difficult to make an Olympic team now, more difficult than ever. Our goal, 6 Olympians, 6 Olympic champions. So we want to continue to produce the highest level of wrestling that there is in the world, and that's Olympic level wrestling.